Rodgers going to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into it?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
An audible here to get a new look.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Patriots nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 35.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver.
And that takes us from second to third down.
When you look at this defense,
they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. It's nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Rodgers now on first down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. There he goes, left side.
Off to the races, Alvin Kamara.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
88. Over.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
This one deep for Wilson. That is incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
26.
Now Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Hey, cover one, cover one. Hey, cover 2, cover 2, cover 2.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5. The 2 is going to change things up.
Cover 1, high. Out.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Quick throw caught by Godwin.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a pitch out to Kamara.
And he's able to motor his way down to his 16-yard line.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
First down, Miami.
Cover 2. Cover 1, high. Cover 1, high.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up. Scat. Let's go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete right around the 8. And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 6-yard line.
Number one.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 21-0.
Patriots nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an inch. There to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Hey. G. Watch it, Oscar.
Kamara try the right side.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Hey, 21 TX.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Jones on the return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Go ahead.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Tua, a final shot before half. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
44.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A give to Kamara running right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
156 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And they're going to speed things up here. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will have a Dolphins first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
TX. Number 1, high. 8. Yeah.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And quickly, they get to the line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now two are going to change the play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line.
Now they'll change things up.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Bullock's kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
21G.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Man, 188 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point.
32 Stinger. 21G. Watch it, Oscar. Out.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Kamara will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Turbo 3, kick.
They run off tackle right with Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Solo left Zion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua now, 3rd and goal.
That's complete left side to Gray.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Danny Gray with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon Jones.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 5 down.
Hey, 626.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And now here is another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick-6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now Tua.
Able to find Gray here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of 7. And the Dolphin first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua going to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
52, Patriots 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Tua's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On 2nd down, Tua. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite